Hello, we're in England doing some random Passmore catalogues which have come in this week, and we're going to just start by looking at a couple of less random Burning Waters books. So I did a video a week ago about this Burning Waters book and said at the time there were some variations in the book in terms of other versions of it, other editions of it, and we stopped on the last page, which has this print, Shadow of Death it's called. And then since I did that video, we've had another one in, which is very slightly smaller in thickness, but same name, same artist. And this one doesn't have a slipcase, though it may have had a slipcase. It's also got the linen cover. I noticed at the end of the book, back of the book, it doesn't have the same print, Shadow of Death. It has it doesn't have the same print, so you can see that each edition is different. This one has a limited edition number, 313 of 375. The other edition says there were 200. So the pictures are also not quite as nicely printed. The one I showed you last week is a Maltese printed version. This is a Scottish one, and it's not as nice. But nevertheless, the same sort of value. And we will hang on to these because I think they're going to go up very much. So we've done those Burning Waters books. We'll look at these three catalogues. These are catalogues produced by Marlborough House. Marlborough House is an English art dealer, and the correct way of saying Marlborough is Marlborough. No one says it like that, but it's meant to be Marlborough, as in the town. So, but we'll call it Marlborough House. And we'll start with this one here, The Image Within. This has a lovely picture of Passmore in Malta, and they're fairly scarce to find pictures which are definitely featuring Malta. We've got one there, obviously, made in Malta, and in the catalogue we have got Cave of Calypso, which I think almost certainly alludes to Malta, but there are other pictures in this catalogue which I think probably are as well. I'll read the titles as I go along. This is called Projected Relief in Black Ochre Blue, 75. Indian Blue, The Return. The Pool of Narcissus, 77. Possibly Maltese, I think. This is called Elephant Blue. I think there is some similarities between Maltese masonry and temples. Some. Relief painting in two movements. Cave of Calypso, number 6. We have 4 of them, 1, 2, 3 and 4. I don't know how many there are. This says it's number 6. When Reason Dreams, 79. Linear Symphony in 4 movements on timber, plywood. The Blue Beyond. The Milky Way, The Space Within. Sorry, The Space Within. 81, 83. The Unidentified Object, Blue Symphony, 82. With poems. The other ones before didn't have poems. The poem here is not by Passmore, it is by Tony Del Arenzio, published by Penguin Books. So he's put a third-party poem onto a Passmore painting, it seems. This is an example of Passmore putting work outside the plate on the margin. And here as well, spilling over onto the margin which would otherwise be plain white. So it's a sort of very strange thing he does. Burning Water, black image. Point of Contact, green image, 82. Black Development, 81. Morning Star, or The Birth of Psyche, Blue Symphony 82. This looks to be painted on mahogany veneered plywood. The Drop and the Ocean, Blue Development 82. Composite image with orange and indigo, that's lovely colours. Violet and jade, lovely colours again. And it has a biography about Passmore. It has details about Marlborough House in America, the painters they represent, and the artists in London it represents, including, just for example, Henry Moore and John Piper, and the estate of Graham Sutherland, Seago, Barbara Hepworth. So we have a nice, interesting catalogue. We'll do the next one. Marlborough. Nice, lovely picture of Passmore. Anxious Moment, Green Darkness, Metamorphosis, Starry Night, Wandering Journey, 1985. This notch, I noticed he's done on other works, some of the masonry style ones. I think that must mean it is a landscape of sorts. Harmony of Opposites. Paradox of Progress, 84. The Silent Sky. What do we think? 84, 85. The Cloud, Milky Way. The Light of Reason. On the painting, of course, there's much texture. You can just pick it up off the print. Initial, somewhat in the middle of the artwork, which is fairly unusual, I'd say. The Pulse. Photography by John Passmore. We have some pictures in stock for sale of Victor Passmore works taken by John Passmore, stamped with his studio stamp in Blackheath, London. The title of the front image is Earth and Seed 84-85. Okay, inside that there was a leaflet, points of contact, orange and indigo, burning water, orange and pink. (1984). That was inside that catalogue. Right, next one. This one is a book from a library, Essex County Council. I'm surprised that Essex County Council owned a Victor Passmore catalogue or booklet. There's no evidence to say, it has a stamp saying withdrawn. So it is a legitimately owned, non-stolen library book, ex-library book. Images on the Wall, 1991-92. A lot of prints, many with the images spilling onto the margin. Burning Water, 1992. He has done this sort of liney drawing from the late 40s. Had been doing liney artworks from that early period. Green Water. senza titolo, that means without title in Italian. So they're interesting records, they're nicely printed, they're breathtaking artworks, these things. They're breathtaking even though they're abstract and slightly strange. They're wonderful colours and they have a beautiful, balanced, calm composition. They're very distinctive. They're not 100% original because I think there's a lot of Ben Nicholson in them, but they are semi-original and they're clever things that would have taken a lot of work and time to put together. Some of the pictures were huge and many would have been painted flat on a table or floor. The printers have had to work hard to get the prints right as well, so it's not a walk in the park. Some of the prints were made in London, some of the prints were made in Italy. I think for someone who's trying to learn about him, it's worth buying some of these books and catalogues. You just pick up other dimensions which you don't get necessarily on the internet. This here, for example, is a painting on blocks of wood in relief, rather like Ben Nicholson did. That is painted on wood. That is painted on wood. Okay, thanks for looking. Bye.